What up? What up? What up, y'all? Whoo, finally got that day over with, man. Finally got that work day over with. Came home, showered up. Now I'm out real quick. Gotta go pick up my son in a little while, but I had some time to burn. So I was just like, yeah, let me holler at my peoples, man. Yo, shout out to everybody who's subscribing. Close to the 1K. I think I got 995. And I'm talking, I was just at like 500 or 600 a few days ago. But that's the dope part about it. When when people see the content and see what's going on, I just got faith in the content. You know what I'm saying? Like I went in the other day on the Illuminati thing. And it wasn't really on the Illuminati, but I just was like, how do these people get chosen or whatever, anointed or whatever they get? Do you gotta sacrifice something? That's my question. Do you gotta sacrifice something? Some of them do, some of them don't. Some of them be in the right place at the right time. You know what I'm saying? But I just know I would never, ever, ever get the luxury of being in the right place at the right time. That's just not in the cards for me. So, no, I would never get anointed. That's not in the cards for me. So I gotta be in the right place at the right time. I gotta produce good content. I got some things in the works. I just took a major step today. Took a major step. And I feel like it's gonna pay off sooner than later. Feel like it's gonna pay off. And honestly, it's all just guidance. You know what I'm saying? I just took a step to secure some guidance on the social media aspect and the business aspect. Even though business is looking good, it could always look better, especially from somebody who's balling. You know what I'm saying? So that's I'm excited about that. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell y'all a little bit more about it later after I get in tune with it a little bit more. Like I said, I just took this step today. But I think this step is gonna secure me. You know what I'm saying? I think this step is gonna secure everything moving forward. I'm crazy hype about it, but I gotta keep it on the low. Right now anyway. I gotta keep it on the low until I get a little bit more in depth with it. But I do, man. I feel like this is gonna be a major step. Um excuse me, it's gonna be a major step up in content. It's just gonna be a major step up, man. For real, for real. It's gonna be a major step up. I, man, like, yo, I'm so hyped. I can't even talk, man. I can't even talk. But like I said, I don't want to get too in depth with it right now. You know what I'm saying? Because I gotta get it all figured out, and I gotta get some things in place. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get some things in place. But anyway, today was a Monday, a money making Monday, not a Monday blues. Today was like, yo, the weekend was crazy. I know it was Mother's Day and all that, But Ja Morant got into his mess, man. Lakers moving on, the Celtics moving on. It was a big weekend. If you get that Lakers versus Celtics championship, well, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. And we got home court. Celtics, we got home court. I don't live too far from the Garden. I drove through there yesterday. Me and the wife, we was coming back from somewhere. I drove through there. Felt like a funeral was going on. So I didn't interrupt. I just kept it moving. I didn't even look outside. I mean, I didn't even drive by outside to see the Philly fans coming out because Jason Tatum lit they ass up. That shit was disgraceful, Philly. Disgraceful. Y'all gotta be feeling some type of way. James Harden, what are you gonna do? Outside of what he always do. Yo, but here's the crazy shit. Why Embiid throw everybody else under the bus after the game was over? He threw the rest of them. He said, yo, me and James can't play good every night. We need some other people to play good. Nigga, it was game 7. Game 7 to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. You and James, that's when y'all need to play good. Damn the rest of the team. Because Jason Tatum played good. Jaylen Brown played good. You notice the 2 stars play good when it's time to advance. Yo, I got a problem not with the stop because his content's fire. I got a problem with what he said about Shaq and Charles Barkley. You're not being real, Danny. You're not being real, bro. You're not being real. Think about it. Think about it, right? Every single year, Zion Williamson, Ben Simmons, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, Chris Paul, James Harden. These dudes do not show up when it's time to show up. They don't. And not now, this is not directed towards the stop, but I'm getting tired of the Charles Barkley slander. I'm getting tired of the Charles Barkley slander. Outside of LeBron James and Steph Curry, I'm taking Charles Barkley over everybody else in the NBA, Kevin Durant included. I'm taking Charles Barkley over everybody in the NBA outside of LeBron James and Steph Curry. I'm taking Charles Barkley over any of those dudes in the last 10 years. I'm taking Charles Barkley over anybody that played outside of LeBron and Steph Curry. We got to be real. All that no championship shit, that's bull. Obviously, he don't got a championship because when he was in the East, he had to go through Jordan. When he got to the West, he made it to the championship because he was better than everybody else and ran into who? Jordan. So realistically, you can make the case, or we can make the case that wasn't nobody in the NBA better than Charles Barkley, because think about it. Karl Malone and them, bruh, Charles Barkley would have seen Karl Malone. he would have seen Carmelo. Like, we got to be real. We can't look at them now at 55 and 60 years old because they in a second career, and they, laughing and joking because they know if they played. Matter of fact, not if they played in this NBA. If some of these dudes played in the NBA in the 80s and 90s, dog, they wouldn't have made it, bro. They wouldn't have made it. Kawhi Leonard can't stay healthy now in this soft ass NBA. He can't stay healthy in this soft ass NBA. He had a thigh bruise and missed 79 games. We not serious. We're not serious with the Charles Barkley slander. We just not serious. We're not serious. And you got to name to me somebody in the NBA outside of LeBron and Steph Curry that you would take over Charles Barkley. Not Kevin Durant because he ain't no leader. Like, no, not Giannis because he don't got the game that Charles Barkley had. It's just not happening, bro. It's just not happening. Like, the Charles Barkley slander got to stop. And the crazy thing is, nobody slanders Shaq because he's Shaq because he got rings. But I can name a few people. We can name Clyde Drexler's, Shawn Kemp's, Patrick Ewing's that would dominate this era right here. Like, realistically. So the Charles Barkley slander gotta chill. Y'all gotta chill on that shit. Y'all gotta chill on that shit. Now, I heard some people compare Zion Williamson and Charles Barkley. No. Well, let's not do that. Let's not disrespect Charles Barkley. Let's be real. Zion Williamson's a bust. Let's be real. Zion Williamson is a bust. He's a bust. And if you ask me, he done passed Greg Oden as the number one bust in the NBA history. Because I don't even like using the word bust because those dudes are better than everybody else in the world at basketball. You know what I'm saying? But if you calling Greg Oden a bust because he had injuries, then what is Zion Williamson? That he's definitely a bust. Like, we got to start putting stuff into perspective before we just start talking crazy. Like, we got to put stuff in perspective before we start talking crazy. Like, we got to be real. We can't just jump out the window on legends, like legit legends. We can't just jump out the window, dog. But it's dope conversation though. It's definitely dope conversation. And I don't want people like, oh, he's getting that. Nah, bro, I'm not getting at nobody. I'm just saying Charles Barkley is one of the best basketball players ever to play basketball. We're not gonna bring him down to these bums today. Like, everybody got $100 million contract. Jordan Poole got $100 million contract. Jordan Poole got $100 million contract. Don't even start. Got $100 million contract. Like, can we be real? Can we really be real? Jordan Poole, who don't show up in the playoffs, got $100 million contract. He probably wish he didn't even sign the contract now because I'm pretty sure he don't want to be on that team because they don't need him. I mean, playing like that, what like? But we gotta put some respect on these legends' names, dog. Just because they didn't win a championship, no one in this era is seeing Shawn Kemp. He's a little bit better. Well, he's a lot of bit better than Aaron Gordon. He's like an Aaron Gordon, just better. You know what I'm saying? Charles Barkley was on another. Yo, Charles Barkley was so much on another level. We talking Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley. Like that's what we doing. We like no dog. No, we not gonna clown Charles Barkley no more, dog. That's what we ain't gonna do, and we ain't gonna let it happen no more. If you see anybody clowning Charles Barkley, it's about time to call them out on it. It's about time to call them out on it, cause that's crazy. Like that's crazy. That's legit. We talking one of the dudes that is up there. I don't know about the Mount Rushmore, like the top four best ever, but we talking about one of the dudes that's on that next mountain. He's on that next mountain. Like people putting Tim Duncan over him, bruh. I mean, you can make the case, but you take away them championships. We talking basketball players because he didn't win on his own. But we gotta chill. We definitely gotta chill. Kid, dog, it's dudes with championships, dog. Like that got major burn, but this scrubs, dog. Like it just is what it is. All them dudes that LeBron was taking to the chip and winning chips with, some of them niggas is scrubs, dog. Some of them niggas is bums. But I mean, they rolled out with LeBron, and they contributed though. They contributed, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, um, who was second on that? Not second, but third, because Kyrie, like, dog, I can't even do this. I can't even do this, dog, because we talking about we talking about an all-time great, and dudes is talking about them like they can't critique the game, dog. If anybody, you don't hear Ernie Johnson critiquing the game because he can't. Like, don't let Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless and these dudes like amp up the set because they critiquing off what Stephen A. He try to talk funny and make you laugh, but he's critiquing off what I got more respect for Kendrick Perkins, Nim's opinion, and Richard Jefferson and all them dudes because they've been out there. Because by some of y'all logic, Kendrick Perkins he's above Charles Barkley because he got a ring. Dog, we gotta stop. We gotta stop. We gotta stop. And we that got common sense, we gotta stop letting dudes say it. Because when you keep saying it, people that don't know no better, they're gonna be believing it. Oh, Charles Barkley was trash. You out your goddamn mind? Charles Barkley will come in the league right now and average 30. Everybody's averaging 30. Like, bro, we gotta stop. We do, man. We just gotta stop. We have to stop. We gotta make some of this nonsense make sense. Seriously. Shout out to Danny from the stop. He always reply. That's dope. Keep making dope content. The rest of that mess wasn't for you. Just that Charles Barkley. But I put that in your thing though. I put that in your thing in your comment section because he liked it and all that. So you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Danny. Keep doing what you're doing. They talking about you everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So look, Y'all have a good day. I'll holla at y'all probably tomorrow from the truck again. You know how we do about this time. All right, y'all. Peace out.